morning, folks. So we have a chicken tractor for our meat birds, and right now I'm in the middle of bringing it through our strawberry patch, because our strawberry patch could use some fertilizing for next year. And right now it's kind of overgrown with some weeds, and the idea is they're gonna scrape it down and poop in it, making free fertilizer, organic fertilizer. So yeah, that's the whole point of putting this chicken tractor in the garden. Like, at first we did it in this awkward gap between the goat pen and the field, because we can't really put anything there. We don't want to go too close to the field, because if you go too close to the field, when they spray, it'll hit our plants. And I don't really want animals there necessarily full time, because then getting back here is a little bit trickier. So like, it would just take longer going around the other way. So the point is to like, this chicken tractor is 8 feet wide, so it's an exact distance between the fence and the field. So, and now that we've gone through the whole thing, Jake wants to mow back here before winter. And yeah, so now they're going to go through my strawberry patch and hopefully fertilize, and I won't regret it. Here, Mr. Tom. Here, chickies. I'm going to put it here. The chickies. Go ahead. Go in. Go in. Chickens are not necessarily the brightest creature. No, you don't stick your head through the hole. And this big chicken is the survivor of our last batch, who all died of a heat stroke in the middle of a heat wave. And so we're gonna do got her. Oop. I gotta get the water where. I'm going to show you guys how we kind of built this thing for free. I'm trying to do this as cheap as possible. So these hoops, they're old. They are from a friend's old greenhouse. They moved into a property and did some yard cleanup, and they had an old greenhouse sitting around. So we had a few sections. You can see they're kind of, this has 2 hoops, this has 1 hoop. So what I'm doing right now is I am taking this old wire, it's like garden wire, and I'm just getting it through those holes there. There's a few of these holes drilled in here, and that is how I am attaching them for now. So what I did there is the same thing I did up there. It's my zip ties for if I need it, and then I'll be doing the same thing right here. A lot of times when you're homesteading or just starting out with any kind of farming, you want to try to be as frugal as possible, because it's not always cheap. You're not always going to start off with the perfect spot that has all the fences and shelters and enclosures, and anyway, so you got to try to be as frugal as possible, and that's what I'm trying to do. And also, my husband's time is precious. When he is home from work, he has such a long honey-do list already. Poor guy, I'm always giving him more work to do. So yeah, if I can do something on my own where he doesn't have to help out, that would be ideal. So I hope this works, and I hope it's not a total failure. I know he could do it way better than I could because he has all the skills. He can weld, he can do woodwork. He's the guy to go to for all that. But right now, he's not home, and I want to get it done. And he's too tired when he gets home, works hard all day, so I don't want to put another thing on his list of to do. I actually started this build myself a few weeks back. Actually, it's been a few months since I started this build. We got these free hoops from friends of ours that had just bought a house, and they were fixing up the backyard, and it was like an old greenhouse structure that they had in there, and they asked if we wanted the hoops. And originally we were going to use them to make a greenhouse, but we realized that they were a little bit small for the greenhouse that we wanted. So we're like, okay, what can we do with them? And we had a previous chicken tractor that we got used online for a good price. And when we had it, we could barely move it. It was really heavy. So we actually ended up making it our stationary coop. We just added a body to it, some walls, and some nesting boxes, and it is now our stationary coop. So we needed something that was lightweight enough for the kids to be able to manage, because we won't be doing meat birds in the winter anyway. So this just made more sense. I'll kind of show you guys. So my husband used to work in greenhouse construction, and then that's where this is from. This is actually warehouse plastic. And then I forget what they call these, wire lock. So it worked out really well. We used the tires from the chicken tractor that we took apart, and then the frame of it was actually 2x4s that he also got off of a job site that concrete workers didn't want to keep again. And this is also Lexan from that same job site that they were just throwing away. This chicken wire is stuff that we had laying around from last year when we built the chicken pen that's back there. And yeah, so the thing with meat birds is they grow so fast and they get to harvest time so quickly that they don't really need any extra things like roosting bars or nesting boxes. So just having a cage that is easily moved, it allows you to have grass-fed meat and keeps them safe and contained. Okay, so I'll kind of show you guys. This is what it looks like, the strawberry patch right now, where they're going, and this is where they've been. So they're doing a really good job of tilling it up and killing whatever's in there. Like, strawberry plants are really hardy, and it takes a lot to kill them. So the point is, like, of this, to put the chickens to work. Let them dig and claw so that we don't have to do so much by hand. We will be digging up a lot of the old strawberry plants, because after the third year, they don't bear fruit anymore. So all the third year plants will be taken out, probably fed to the goats or the chickens, and then just so that we have more room for the new ones. And once the chickens have gone through this whole area here, this patch is roughly 20 by 50. It's, no, not 20 by 50. That's the other patch. That's my vegetable garden. I don't honestly know. Anyway, so once they've gone through this patch, then we'll be adding, like we have mulch over there. That's extra mulch. Like we ordered extra mulch last time when we got mulch. And that will be going back over here along with some straw over winter so that in the spring, it'll keep the weed pressure down again. Now, I did do a video last year about weed-free gardening with a tarp and then with mulch. Now, I must say the tarp did an excellent job for the season of life that we were in, but I much prefer gardening in dirt, not in plastic. The mulch also did a good job last year because it was fresh, but this year we didn't put any fresh stuff in, and then you can see the weeds came through. Although the tarp, like I said, did help for a season, I much prefer gardening in dirt. Yeah, so anyway, I'm gonna go fill this.